For United, the United lens is let's not give them transitions unnecessarily, and play with a very kind of set rest defense discipline, make their counter start from 70 yards out instead of 30. So if we turn it over centrally, you're not feeding their favorite meal. They'll be working the ball wide. So I think if we could be calm on the ball, we should be in a position to take advantage of those West Ham sides. So they're dangerous because they're at home. They're dangerous because they're dying for a win. They needed to survive. But this is a team that we should be able to get one over.
No, it's a low block away. Going down to London, they're not coming out of their shell. They're going to be asking us to knock on the door and then bang on the counter with Jared Bowen and co. So we got to be careful. We have defended well, but this is going to be a nervy one, and West Ham is going to be a test. This is going to be a old
Trap
English trap game. West Ham lifetime, we beat them 74 times. We've drawn 33, lost 50. Last 5, we've lost 3, won 1, drawn 1. We really need to set the record straight. We also drew them at home earlier this year. That was a lot of booing during that game.
Boo boys.
But sir, give us our player to watch.
Player to watch is a player, you talk about this a lot. I think this is a great way to think about it. It's like a player that would have been signed by Sir Alex Ferguson. Jared Bowen feels like that kind of player. He's dangerous. He's two-footed, and he's their target man to watch. 29-year-old English midfield attacking player, 8 goals and 2 assists this season. And it's kind of a shame he plays for a team as poor as West Ham. Their recent form has not been great. Like I said, they are in the relegation zone, so that tells you something. They lost 3-0 to Wolves, one of the worst teams in EPL history. They lost to Forest, who are also fighting right above the drop zone. They're in the FA Cup third round, though. Are they moving forward after beating QPR? They beat Spurs, which is hilarious. They beat Sunderland, and then they lost to Chelsea with a red card. So
beating Burnley
capable
at the moment, sir. You got to say it right. It's not QPR. It is Queens Park Raisins forever because of Louis Van Gaal, baby. So it's Queens Park Raisins.
A famous away ground as it relates to the America Devils folklore. One of my first neutral games went with you. Friday Night Football in England, and they were serving beer out of a bucket.
Queens Park Raisins. Yeah, that's great. Let's get into the lineup. Let's get into the West Ham's lineup.
Let's get in the lineup. Wan-Bissaka, we know him well. Ariel and Ned. They got Bowen, of course, in the wing. He'll be playing all over. Souček, meathead, like always. They're a big team. They're a physical team. We have to be mindful of that. Todibo is a player that we were watching because he was at Nice, and then they ended up scumping. I think we weren't able to buy it because of the ownership rules with Ineos. But he's a decent player, but he's actually going to be out. He's the one notable to watch from an 11 perspective because they don't really have any notable injuries. But who cares about West Ham? Let's talk about Manchester United, sir. This is the 11 that we had today. You know what? Lamens, Delo, Maguire, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Menu, Diallo, Fernandez, Cunha, and Mbumo. Does our manager, does high-flying Michael Carrick make any changes for this trip? There is the 2 days of rest. This is the shortest period of rest we've had in a while. It's a quick turnaround. What do you think?
Cunha coming off early-ish could be a sign. Maybe he goes to Cunha. I would like, as a caretaker manager, you probably just have to run it back. Don't ruffle any feathers. I see an argument. I did not let Mbumo is our number 1 goal threat, and he was very isolated on the left-hand side, and we sacrificed him for Cunha getting the ball centrally. Him at number 9 and Bruno sliding it in behind. But we're going to deal with a West Ham that is intent to defend, so you could just run it back. But Šeško could be worth a shout. We look good with him coming on the pitch, but that's obviously when we're up a goal and they're stretched a little bit. So probably same.
Yeah, I think it's largely same.